I got blackout drunk with my best bro, Chun Zishuan. He said his place was huge, and I could take any guest room. Back then, I thought I'd opened a whole new world. Like my life finally leveled up. But when I woke up next morning, I saw the face beside me. Beautiful, familiar, but strange. And that scent in the air. Her perfume, only hers. My whole body shook. I almost went straight to heaven. Wasn't she the rich heiress I dumped in college? The ex who vanished after that? Chun Wanqing. I grabbed my pants, ready to run, when a hand caught my ankle. Guyen, long time no see. Why the rush? Alcohol is dangerous. Especially with your so-called best bro. Chun Zishuan and I were college classmates. Now we're office slaves at the same company. We were so close, we shared everything. Last night, we finished a project. So we went for roadside barbecue. We talked poetry, life, and nonsense. Then somehow killed 12 boxes of beer. Near the end, Chun Zishuan hugged my neck. His tongue had already crashed. Bro Yen. Don't go back to that tiny place. Sleep at my house. My place is huge. 3-floor villa. Pool, garden, pick anything. Only one thought hit my drunk brain. Wow, this guy hid deep. Rich kid Paula. So, half-dead drunk, I got shoved into a car. Half awake, half gone. He dragged me into a bright luxury villa. Left side, second room, guest room. Go by yourself. I'm done. The second he said that, he face-planted on the sofa, then snored like thunder. I staggered upstairs. Every door looked exactly the same. Second on the left, right? 1, 2. I pushed it open. Went in, locked it, smooth as muscle memory. The room was pitch black, but a soft fragrance hung in the air. I even thought, damn, he has taste. Even the guest room smells rich. I fell onto the bed. My head hit the pillow, and I blacked out. Next morning, sunlight woke me up. My hangover split my skull open. I groaned, then turned over. Wait, something felt wrong. Too smooth. Nothing like my sad little bedsheet. Different universe. And that scent, that faint fragrance grew clearer. But the deadliest part, I was hugging something. Soft. Warm. Way too alive. My whole body froze. The last string of sanity in my head snapped tight. Slowly, painfully slowly, I looked down. The first thing I saw was long silver hair, smooth as silk. It spilled across the pillow like a waterfall. Then came a pale, almost transparent face. So beautiful, breathing felt illegal. Beautiful enough to stop my heart. That face blew my brain apart. Why was she here? Wasn't she the heiress from college? The girl I dumped with that trash line. I'm not good enough for you. After we broke up, she left the country. No news, no contact. I thought I'd never see her again. So why was she in my bro's guest room? My pupils shook. My brain started racing. Don't tell me Chun Zishuan, that innocent-looking guy, actually got with our mutual ex. No way, he never said a word. Or maybe we were both too drunk, and he sent me into his girlfriend's bed. Damn, what kind of setup is this? Did a melodrama just crash into real life? Did I become the other man? No, I was the victim here. Calm down, this wasn't about blame. This was about survival. Before she woke up, I had to vanish from this room. First, I carefully pulled my arm back. Then, like a scared cat, danger mode on, I used all my core strength to sit up. Landing successful. Barefoot, I stepped on the cold floor. Like an agent on a secret mission. Where were my clothes? I remembered taking off almost everything. This was clearly a woman's room. Pink walls, a vanity packed with bottles. My clothes were folded neatly, at the foot of the bed. My heart sank. Who folded them? Don't say Chun Zishuan. Or maybe, no, stop thinking. The embarrassment was killing me. I dressed at lightning speed. I didn't even wear my socks. I grabbed my phone and rushed to the door. Only 3 steps left. 2 steps. 1 step. My hand touched the doorknob. Victory was right there. I just had to run down and kick Chun Zixuan awake. Then pretend nothing happened. And my life might survive. But right then, cold, lazy voice floated behind me. Gu Yen. Every hair on my body stood up. I froze on the spot, like a statue made of shame. Done. I was done. At this point, I should leave Earth overnight. My neck turned like a rusty robot. 1 stiff click at a time. On the bed, Chun Wanqing had sat up. Her beautiful eyes stared at me. Angry, amused, couldn't tell. She just looked at me in silence. The air froze. I was so embarrassed. I could have dug a whole condo. With my toes. My throat went dry. I tried to explain. I forced a smile uglier than crying. Gee, good morning. Wanqing, long time no see. Yeah, long time no see. You. When did you come back? You didn't say anything. Do I report to you? She raised an eyebrow. No, 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 of course not. I shook my head hard. I mean, last night was a mistake. A mistake? You slept in my bed. Yes, a total mistake. I pointed outside, panicking. It was Chun Zixuan. He got drunk and told me to use the guest room. He said second room on the left. I swear I didn't go wrong. This should be his guest room. So, why are you here? As I spoke, I cursed Chun Zixuan 1,000 times inside. You animal. You hid my ex in your house. Pity flashed in Chun Wanqing's eyes. Or maybe amusement. Chun Zixuan? You mean my brother? The word brother struck like lightning. Straight through my skull. Brother? Chun Zixuan was Chun Wanqing's brother. That best bro of mine. The guy who cursed our boss with me, the guy I gamed with, was my ex-girlfriend's brother. What kind of ridiculous drama script was this? I'd lived over 20 years, yet never knew my closest bro had a sister. No, wait, I did know. He said she was a little firecracker, but I never imagined. The greatest mystery was finally solved. I stared at Chun Wanqing, mouth open. My brain had turned into soup. Chun Wanqing looked very pleased. She lifted the blanket, then walked toward me barefoot. Her aura nearly stopped my breathing. She stopped right before me, then tilted her head, amused. So you slept with me, then blamed my brother? I didn't sleep with you. She dragged out her tone. Oh, then what were you planning? I wasn't planning anything. I got drunk and entered the wrong room, ma'am. Boss lady, queen, goddess, I was wrong, really wrong. Please let me go. I'll bury today forever. I'll avoid you for life. As I said that, I was ready to kneel on the spot. Just as my knees were about to meet. The floor. Someone knocked. Sis? You up? I made breakfast. And where's Gu Yen? He drank like a dead pig last night. Still sleeping? Chun Wanqing and I stared at each other. My face was pure horror. Despair. I wanted the floor to eat me. But Chun Wanqing's face looked like her prank had worked. She winked at me, then answered shyly, almost panicked, Brother. Don't come in. What's wrong? Someone's in my room. Girl, what are you doing? Wow, thanks a lot. You're trying to kill me. What, someone? Which bastard entered my sister's room? Wait there, I'm getting a knife. After that, we heard him thunder downstairs. This wasn't social death anymore. This was actual death. I looked at Chun Wanqing, begging with my eyes. Madam, what do you want from me? Chun Wanqing's panic vanished. A wicked little smile replaced it. She leaned to my ear and whispered so only I could hear. Gu Yen, the game starts now. Before I could understand the terror. Behind those words, Chen Wanqing sat in the corner in a thin nightdress. Her eyes were red, pitiful, helpless, wronged. Then, Chen Zixuan saw us. My clothes were messy. In panic, I'd buttoned my shirt wrong. I stood by the door, terrified, and his precious Wanqing had a flushed face, curled pitifully in the corner. The kitchen knife in his hand hit the floor with a clang. His face went from rage to shock, then froze in total confusion. Like, who am I? Where am I? He looked at me, then her. His eyes bounced between us. Jigu Yen? Sis. His face turned liver red. He rushed forward and pulled Chen Wanqing behind him. Sis, are you okay? What did this animal do to you? He looked like an angry mother hen, glaring at me like I deserved death. I had no defense. What could I even say? That he pointed me to the wrong room last night, creating this world-class misunderstanding. Would he believe me? Right now, he wanted to chop me up. I raised both hands. Zixuan, listen to me. It's not what you think. I don't want to hear it. Chen Zixuan's eyes were red. He pointed at my nose. Gu Yen, I treated you like a brother, but you wanted to be my brother-in-law? No, you're a beast. My sister just came back, and you already— He couldn't finish. He shook with anger. Seeing how real his reaction was, a scary thought hit me. Don't tell me Chen Zixuan knew nothing. He wasn't acting. He really thought I touched his sister. Then I looked behind him. Chen Wanqing lowered her head. Her shoulders shook like she was crying. But from where I stood, I could see it. Clearly, she was trying so hard not to smile. Damn, I got it, all of it. Chen Zixuan, that poor fool, had been kept in the dark. It was Chen Wanqing, that black-hearted woman, using this mess to direct the drama of the year. And I was the only victim dragged through it. Again and again. Brother. Chen Wanqing finally spoke. Don't blame him. It's all my fault. How is it your fault? It must be him. He saw how pretty you are. And had dirty thoughts. Bro, praise her one more time. And your eyes will cut me apart. No. That's not it. She shook her head. With that pitiful face, she looked at me. Her eyes were full of helpless love. Actually, Gu Yen and I. Back in college, we were already together. Chen Zixuan froze. What? What? Chen Wanqing kept going. We loved each other deeply. A misunderstanding split us apart. This time, I asked him here. We just lost control. Sis. Isn't this script too wild? Lost control. Last night I drank with your brother, until I forgot my own name. Chen Zixuan's brain clearly couldn't handle all this. He looked at me. Then at his sister. His mouth opened, then closed. Closed, then opened again. Finally, he slapped his thigh. His face showed sudden realization, mixed with deep betrayal. Wow, Gu Yen. You look so innocent. Behind my back, you dated my sister for years. So last night, you too. Brother. Chen Wanqing stomped shyly. Her cheeks turned red. Stop asking. That stop asking reached Chen Zixuan. As we did everything, the way he looked at me changed from mortal enemy to the pig that stole his best cabbage. Complicated, very complicated. He walked over and slapped my shoulder. Then sighed hard. Hi. Fine, fine. If my sister chose you, what can I say? He paused and lowered his voice, like a bro who understood everything. You're something, bro, but take responsibility, or I'll get that knife again. I wanted to cry. Behind him, Chen Wanqing flashed me a peace sign, then quickly hid her hand. I understood. From today, my life was over. The breakfast after that was the longest 30 minutes ever. Me, Chen Wanqing, and Chen Zixuan sat at a huge dining table. The atmosphere was beyond weird. Chen Zixuan kept looking at me, then at his sister. He wore that loving smile of a father judging a son-in-law. That smile chilled my whole body. Come on. Bro Yen, eat more. You must be tired from last night. He warmly put a fried egg in my bowl. I almost choked on my milk. Tired. I was hungover last night. Not tired like that. I threw Chun Wanqing a desperate look. She smiled gently, then placed a shrimp dumpling in my bowl. Eat more. You look thinner. That tone, that face. She looked like a perfect girlfriend. Chun Zixuan watched and nodded. He looked so relieved. I was losing it. One was dumb, one was fake sweet. But their teamwork was flawless. And I was the meat on the plate. Oh right sis. Chun Zixuan suddenly spoke. Auntie's been pushing you to date, right? Now it's solved. He's right here. When will you bring him home? The milk in my mouth sprayed out. Meet the parents? Bro, are you on a rocket? Why is this moving so fast? I kept signaling with my eyes. He caught none of it. Instead, he got excited. Maybe this weekend. I'll tell mom and dad. They'll be thrilled. My brother-in-law is handsome, has a good job. Basically perfect. Brother. Chun Wanqing gave him a shy glare. Then she looked at me. Her eyes were shy, expectant. Gu Yen. What do you think? What did I think? I wanted to crawl out of this dining room. What could I say? If I said no, the chopsticks in Chun Zixuan's hand might fly straight at my forehead. If I said yes, my whole life was finished. I looked into Chun Wanqing's innocent eyes, full of hidden threats. With great effort, I said, I'll follow you. Good boy, Chun Wanqing smiled. She even reached out and rubbed my head, like soothing an angry little pet. I felt humiliated, furious. But I could do nothing. After that torture breakfast, I made up an urgent work excuse. I had to leave now. Chun Zixuan wanted to keep me, but Chun Wanqing stopped him. With one look, let him go. Work matters. She sounded so understanding. I'll wait for dinner tonight, okay? That okay was sweet and dangerous. My scalp went numb. I fled the Chun villa like escaping prison. Outside, breathing freedom. I felt like I'd just returned from hell. I pulled out my phone. First thing, I blocked Chun Zixuan. Bro? What bro? I treated you like my brother, and you became my brother-in-law. I had just blocked him, when an unknown number called. Like I was possessed, I answered. Chun Wanqing's smiling voice came through. Why are you running? I lowered my voice, teeth clenched. Chun Wanqing. What do you want? This game isn't fun. Not fun? Really? She laughed softly. What do I owe you? Didn't we settle it back then? I said I wasn't good enough, and told you to find someone better. We broke up peacefully. Peacefully? Gu Yen in your head. One text, then disappearing. Counts as peaceful. Her voice went cold. I choked. Back then I was a coward. Chun Wanqing treated me too well. It scared me. She was a rich heiress, yet brought me food and washed my clothes daily. She planned our future. And I was just poor. Good grades were all I had. I felt small, panicked. I feared I couldn't give her a future. So I chose the coward's way. I ran. That's in the past, not for me. For me, it never passed. My voice weakened. Then how do you want revenge? She paused, then said something I never expected. No, I want you to marry me. And marry you? My ears nearly broke. Was she crazy? Because I dumped her. She'd punish me with marriage. What kind of torture was this? Using a whole life just to mess with me? You heard me. Marry me. A fake marriage? Her tone allowed no refusal. Fake. I got even more confused. Yes. My parents keep pushing me. They set me up every day. It's annoying. I need a shield. And you, Gu Yen, are the best choice right now. Why me? First, my brother thinks you're my boyfriend. Second, I know your background. You're a bit of a jerk, but your brain still works. Third, and most important, you slept in my bed, and my brother caught you. Is that leverage enough? She paused on purpose. Enough, way too enough. In front of her, I was a snake held by the neck. I couldn't even struggle. What do I get? She sounded like I told a joke. Gu Yen. Being tied to me, Chen Wanqing, is what countless men dream of. What else do you want? Wow, she sounded pleased. Fine. We'll sign a deal. 1 year. During this year, you'll play my boyfriend properly. Handle my parents and those annoying flies. In return, I'll pay you this much. I sucked in a breath. That number was more than I could earn in 10 years. Money, its temptation was terrifying. My tiny moral principles collapsed before that number. Deal. Good. 5 this afternoon. Top floor of Xingxin Group. Sign the contract. Don't be late. Then she hung up. I stood there, phone in hand, stunned. Xingxin Group. Wasn't that the top company in the city? I searched Xingxin Group's CEO. A familiar yet strange face appeared. Compared to the college girl, who loved white dresses, and this morning's pitiful act, she was a different person. Suddenly, I felt I had provoked someone dangerous. This wasn't repaying a debt. This was jumping into a deeper pit. At 5 that afternoon, I arrived below Xingxin Group. Looking up at the skyscraper, I felt like I'd entered a giant's kingdom. A tiny ant. I took a deep breath and fixed my only suit, the one that looked decent. Then I walked in bravely. The receptionist was pretty and sweet. She wore a professional smile, with a hint of teasing. The words, "for CEO use only," made me dizzy. I stepped into the luxury elevator. Looking at my nervous face in the mirror, I realized hours ago I was just a worker. A few hours later, I was a female CEO's contract boyfriend. Life really loved slapping me with plot twists. Top floor, CEO's office. Chen Wanqing sat by the huge window. She looked over the city skyline. She had changed into a red dress. It made her skin look even fairer. Her whole presence burned like fire. Too stunning. I sat stiffly across from her. She pushed a document over. Read it. No problem, then sign. I picked up the dating contract and quickly scanned it. Party A, Chen Wanqing. Party B, Gu Yen. 1 year. The clauses were scary detailed. Party B's duties. Come when called. Stand by 24/7, in front of her parents, relatives, and friends. Act deeply in love. Physical contact. Hand-holding and hugs must look natural. Memorize all her likes. Publicly say we dated for years. And cut off other women. My eyelid twitched. Was this a dating contract? This was a sell my soul contract. Wait, does contact include kissing? I pointed at the clause. Chen Wanqing picked up her coffee and took a small sip. She glanced at me. Depends. If the scene needs it, you cooperate. And this one, no improper ties with other women. Normal female friends are fine, right? No. Chen Wanqing stayed calm. How can my boyfriend have so many female friends? Delete every woman from your phone. Before tonight. Why? That's my freedom. I panicked. Because of this, she raised a finger and pointed at the payment amount. I deflated. Fine. You pay. You win. I swallowed it and kept reading. Party A's duties. Pay me monthly. That number moved my heart. Cover all expenses for my new status. Car. Housing. After the contract, if I perform well, there may be a big bonus. When I saw housing, my eyes lit up. About housing. Does my doghouse get upgraded? No. Chen Wanqing shook her head. From today, you'll move in with me. What? I'll live together? I almost bounced off the sofa. Otherwise, if we don't, how will my parents believe us? How will my big mouth brother? Stop spreading rumors. She said it like common sense. But don't worry. My house is big, except my master bedroom. Pick any room. We won't disturb each other. She cut me off, then paused, and added, of course. Except when outsiders are there. I understood. Lovers outside. Roommates inside. My next year would be one giant Oscar-level performance. No more questions. What questions could I have? She held the knife. I was the fish, she asked. I picked up the pen, and on Party B's line, signed my name with drama. The moment the pen touched paper, Chun Wanqing's lips curved in victory. I had a feeling. I hadn't signed a contract, but a one-way ticket to hell or heaven. She moved faster than I expected. That same afternoon, Chun Wanqing sent her assistant and a moving truck to my tiny rental room. When the assistant saw my dump-like doghouse, Mr. Gu, what do you need to take? I looked around. A pile of dirty clothes. Some instant noodles, nothing worth taking. Just the computer. The assistant handed me a black card. Mr. Gu, Ms. Chun prepared this for you. She said you need a full makeover to match her boyfriend's status. I held that legendary black card. My hand shook. So this was rich people life. Even an ex from years ago got VIP treatment. Guyen, have some backbone. Don't be corrupted, but damn, it smelled good. So with the assistant beside me, for the first time I entered the city's top luxury mall. From suits to ties, from shoes to watches, from underwear to socks, everything got upgraded. When I wore that tailored suit, with a watch I didn't even know, but knew was insanely expensive, and walked past the mirror, even I froze. That handsome, polished, high-class man was me. Clothes really make the man. The ancients didn't lie. The assistant nodded. Mr. Gu, you have great potential. Was that a compliment? Then a Rolls-Royce took me to a rich district I'd only seen on TV. The car stopped before a villa even grander than Chun Zishuan's. This was Chun Wanqing's home, and also my prison for the next year. Chun Wanqing was already home. She wore a soft home dress. Her long hair was tied up casually, less sharp than daytime, with lazy feminine charm. You're back. She glanced at me, eyes sweeping me over. Not bad. You look human now. Wow, thanks for that. Your room is upstairs, far east. Everything's ready. Go see it yourself. She pointed upstairs. I went upstairs. When I opened the door, the room was huge. Bigger than my old rental place. Floor-to-ceiling windows, big balcony, private closet and bathroom. The toiletries and clothes inside were all luxury brands. My old computer sat alone on the huge desk, looking painfully out of place. I lay on the soft bed, staring at the crystal chandelier. Felt like a dream. Right then, someone knocked. Chun Wanqing walked in. There's a charity gala tomorrow night. You're coming with me. We start work this fast. She nodded. My parents will be there. Our first official appearance. No mistakes. She handed me a folder. Gala schedule and main guest profiles. Memorize it tonight. Especially my parents. Their likes, taboos, don't miss a word. I took the folder. Felt thicker than my college final review notes. Also, from now on, change how you call me. Don't call me Chun Wanqing. Or Miss Chun. Call me Wanqing. My heart trembled. I hadn't called her that in 8 years. And outside. Her lips curved slightly. A playful light flashed in her eyes. Call me babe. A man can die, not be humiliated. But honestly, she paid too much. I took a deep breath. Then gave what I thought was my sweetest smile. Okay, babe. Chun Wanqing looked pleased. She turned to leave. But at the door she stopped. Right? Gu Yen, welcome home. Then she closed the door. I stood there, stunned. My heart felt messy. Home? Could this really be home? This ridiculous game. Could I really walk away safe? The charity gala next night became another peak social death. In the custom suit Chun Wanqing prepared, I held her arm and entered that dazzling banquet hall. Every gaze in the room hit me like spotlights. Curious, probing, jealous, contemptuous. I could clearly hear whispers around us. Who is he? To be Chun Wanqing's date, he must be someone big. Tisk, looks like a pretty boy. Maybe Ms. Chun keeps him. My smile almost cracked. My hand tightened around her arm. Nervous, of course I am. Try being stared at like a zoo monkey. Straighten your back. Right now you're my face. Use the courage you had calling me babe. This woman was definitely getting revenge. Soon, a noble middle-aged couple walked toward us. The man was dignified. The woman was gentle. Their features clearly resembled Chun Wanqing and Chun Zixuan. No doubt, my future in-laws. Level 1 combat mode on. Dad, Mom, Chun Wanqing held my hand. Their eyes landed on me. No clear judgment, but still. Here came exam question 1. Good evening, Uncle, Auntie. My name is Gu Yen. I'm Wanqing's boyfriend. Mr. Chun gave a low His face showed nothing, but his eyes could see right through me. Mrs. Chun was kinder. Little Gu Zixuan told us. You and Wanqing dated in college. Why didn't you meet us all these years? Here came question 2. Deadly. My brain spun fast. Auntie. I'm sorry, it was my fault. Back then, I wasn't good enough. I felt unworthy of Wanqing, so I didn't dare meet you. These years I worked hard, hoping one day I could stand beside her properly. I said it so well I almost believed it. As expected, Mrs. Chun smiled deeper. Her eyes showed approval. Good child. You have ambition. Even stern Mr. Chun looked a little warmer. Just as I thought I'd passed, an annoying voice rang out. Gu Yen? Which Gu Yen? How come? I've never heard of him. In our circle, a young man in a flashy pink suit, with slick shiny hair, walked over. Chun Zixuan was beside him. When Zixuan saw me, his eyes lit up. He rushed over and bear hugged me. Brother-in-law, you're finally here. I've been looking for you. He squeezed me breathless. Bro, don't be this excited. We just met yesterday. Zixuan, this is? Pink suit looked me over. His eyes were hostile. Oh! Forgot to introduce. My brother-in-law Gu Yen. And Wang Hao, young master of Wang Group. Wang Hao, Wang Group's only son. One of Chun Wanqing's many pursuers. Arrogant, domineering, and full of himself. So this was the love rival. Brother-in-law? Ms. Chen's boyfriend? Where do you work? He was checking my background. I was about to use Wanqing's script. I was going to say I was a consultant. But Chun Wanqing spoke first. Him? He's not working right now. The room went silent. Everyone looked at her, with the same face. Are you serious? My world started spinning. Girl, that wasn't in the script. What are you doing? Announcing you're keeping a pretty boy. Wang Hao looked like he heard a joke. He laughed loudly. Not working? Miss Chun, your taste is unique. So many excellent men around. Yet you chose a freeloader. Mr. and Mrs. Chen's faces darkened. My face burned. I wanted to crawl into the floor. Wanqing. What are you trying to do? But Chun Wanqing didn't panic. She raised her head and looked around. A queenly smile appeared. Who said he's a freeloader? He just sold his family company and is starting from the bottom in my group. He wants to learn how to be a proper heir. She turned to me affectionately. Her voice wasn't loud, but everyone nearby heard it. After all, everything I own will be his someday. Me, Gu Yen, an ordinary office worker, was publicly announced by my CEO X as heir to her billion-dollar empire. I was stunned by this blessing. The whole hall went dead silent. Everyone looked at me like an alien. Wang Hao's mouth hung open. His face looked like he swallowed a fly. Only Chen Zixuan, that simple guy, started clapping first. Good. Well said. My sister is so cool. Brother-in-law from now on, our Chen family, no. Xingchen Group depends on you. Depends on me? On my gaming skills. My legs almost gave out. If Wanqing hadn't held me, I might have collapsed right there. Wanqing, are you crazy? Don't talk, she smiled and whispered. Keep smiling. Show some future CEO dignity. I could only force a stiff smile. Dignity. I just wanted to dig a hole and hide. This whole incident ended with Wang Hao leaving in shame, and my identity as Wanqing's mystery boyfriend and future heir of Xingchen Group spread overnight through the upper circle. After the gala ended, inside the Rolls-Royce home, I finally exploded. Chun Wanqing, what do you want? Do you know what you said tonight? You threw me into the fire. Of course I know. Wasn't the effect good? Flies like Wang Hao won't bother me again. But you can't use me as a shield. And such a crazy shield. What air? I can't even make a proper PPT. What can I inherit? Who said you're just a shield? She looked up at me. There was something in her eyes. Gu Yen, I'm serious. Serious about what? About making you my heir. Her words confused me completely. Why? Because you're smart. Back in college, you were always first. The project plans you made were praised by every professor. You only lacked a chance. And some confidence. She looked at me, her gaze burning. Gu Yen, you were never unworthy of me. You just never fought for what was yours. You're a diamond covered in dust. And now I'll polish you. I froze. That was the first time she affirmed me. For some reason, my heart skipped. So I really work at your company? Starting from the bottom? Of course, she nodded. Report to marketing tomorrow. Your role is my special assistant. Special assistant? That's not the bottom. Beside me is the bottom. Her tone allowed no argument. I want you to see how I work. I want you to learn. Learn everything you need. 1 year. I'll give you 1 year. After that, if you're still useless mud, our contract ends automatically. I won't short you 1 cent. And from then on, we're done. What if I'm not useless? I asked before I realized. She smiled, like a rose blooming in the dark. Dangerous and tempting. Then by then, we'll make the fake marriage real. From that night on, my life entered a path I never imagined. I became Xingchen Group's CEO assistant. The news caused a huge stir. Inside the company, everyone knew I was the CEO's boyfriend and future heir. So my treatment there was very strange. No one dared offend me. They all politely called me Mr. Gu. But privately, everyone kept sneaking glances at me, like I was a kept pretty boy. They wanted to see what power I had. To win over their untouchable CEO, like that. And my work was very entry-level. Every morning, I made her coffee. In meetings, I sat beside her and took notes. When she met clients, I followed behind like background decor. When she worked late, I ordered takeout with her. I didn't feel like an assistant. More like a life nanny. But Chun Wanqing really taught me. She threw financial reports at me and made me analyze them. She let me sit in top board meetings. She gave me tough project files and asked for my opinion. At first, I was a mess. Mistakes everywhere. But slowly, what I learned in college, the business mind I had wasted, started waking up. I began understanding those reports. I could follow the director's logic. I could even offer my own insights. Every time, when I gave a decent idea, Chun Wanqing would look at me and smile with approval. That smile made me happier than any bonus. Our relationship also changed. We weren't just party A and party B. Not just boss and subordinate. More like comrades. After landing a big deal, we high-fived in the empty office. I started seeing another side, beneath her CEO mask. When she was tired, she leaned on my shoulder to rest. When her stomach hurt, she acted spoiled like a little girl, asking me for brown sugar water. When she saw me talking too much with a pretty new intern, she quietly transferred that intern to the department farthest from me. I realized I no longer hated this life. I even enjoyed it a little. One night we worked late again. I made her warm milk. She looked out at the night view. Then she suddenly asked, "Gu Yen, do you remember that barbecue place we went to in college?" I froze, then nodded. Of course. That was our first date. It was demolished last month. Her voice carried a little sadness. Gu Yen, she turned around and looked at me seriously. Did you regret it? I fell silent. Regret. I told myself countless times I didn't. I told myself leaving was best for her. But now, looking at her, so dazzling yet so fragile, my answer started to shake. If I hadn't run back then, if I had been braver, what would we be now? I opened my mouth, but no words came out. Forget it, it's over, she smiled bitterly. Then stood up to leave. I looked at her back. Before I knew it, I hugged her from behind. Her body stiffened. Wanqing, I regret it. Since the day you left 8 years ago, I've regretted it. I buried my face in her neck, breathing in that familiar scent. My voice went hoarse. I was a coward. I was a jerk. I feared I couldn't make you happy. I feared I didn't deserve you. But I never forgot you. Give me one more chance, okay? This time I won't run. She said nothing. But I felt something warm fall onto my hand. After a long while, she turned around. Her eyes were red. Then she stood on tiptoe and kissed me. This kiss wasn't shy like 8 years ago. It carried the joy of finding what was lost, and years of love held back too long. When the kiss ended, she rested her forehead on mine and smiled. Gu Yen, you idiot. Welcome home.
Xin chào mọi người, mình là chủ kênh của Hin Story và cảm ơn tất cả mọi người đã dành thời gian xem hết video này. Và mọi người nhớ ấn like và bình luận để ủng hộ kênh và YouTube cùng nhau phát triển nha. Chào tất cả mọi người và hẹn mọi người ở video tiếp theo.